My city, I adore all the growth and the architecture and all the amazing things we've accomplished, whether it be Motown or the automotive industry. And as I've traveled the world and spent time and lived in different places, I find that there's no place like home. Detroit will always be home to me, and it'll always be a place that I love. I love this staple, which is amazing. And it really inspired me to do my podcast called Detroit Girl Transformed. I decided to do this podcast on Resilient Radio, which is a Black-owned station based in Detroit. And it really highlights the transformation of my city while I, as an individual, was transforming. And what kind of people come out of Detroit, which are really people with hustle and grit, who are determined and also exhibit perseverance. The podcast will really focus on different people that have different phases of transformation, whether it be their finances, their well-being, their travel experiences, how they transform their relationships, how they transform their spiritual beliefs. Because at the end of the day, we all want the same thing, and that's what's best for our city, and that's what's best for our legacy and our future and our family. All right, welcome to another episode of Detroit Girl Transformed. I'm Tony Carter, your host and favorite Detroit girly. Every week we talk about transformative experiences. My guests share their stories, and we definitely hope that it helps you with your future self and how you want to move in the future. Today I have fitness guru and health expert, Sam. Hey,
Yes,
Sam.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I always want to say Sam, I am green eggs and ham. Sam is a lifestyle coach, and we are in his fabulous gym, More Active Lifestyle Studio, located in Alexandria, Virginia. And for those of you globally, Alexandria is right across the bridge and from Washington, D.C. So, Sam, how long have you been in the fitness industry? Tell us a little bit about you.
About 20 years. I have been in so many different parts of it. I have been a manager for a gym, a district manager for the gym. I've had my own business for over a decade. So I've been working for myself for over a decade. I had a studio in DC, Nation's capital. I had a studio here. So it's been years of me just owning my skills, building connection with people, and changing lives.
One movement at a time.
One movement at a time.
Awesome. And then just tell me a little bit about what made you want to go into the fitness industry specifically. And I know you have a passion for helping people of color. So what started you on this journey?
Like you said, that's the piggybacker for that. Like, it was that. There's a lot of spaces for
passion for movement. And for many of you that have been following my podcast, I've spent 20 plus years in human resources. In the last few years, I spent some time in biotech. And so when you think about the statistics for people of color, specifically Hispanic, Black people, and members of the AAPI community, they are more than 2 times more likely to be hospitalized or have a fatality from any infectious disease or several illnesses because of the pre-existing health condition. So movement, being active, definitely a healthier lifestyle in what you eat is really important, specifically for people of color because of some of the pre-existing health conditions that run in our family. So as we talk about more active lifestyle and movement, Sam's going to take a few members of the team on the journey with us today. And so he's going to introduce John, who's also a member of his team. John's going to come up and talk a little bit with us.
Yes, sir. And John, probably more experience than me, double my experience. He is a specimen. He's been doing this way longer than I have. He lives the lifestyle. He lives the lifestyle he preach. Probably one of the most well-prepared trainers I've ever met in my life. The man shows up 30 minutes before his clients, write the workout down, set up for his client.
I might be changing. Just kidding. Sam gets down
for his clients. And I say he inspires me. So, Mr. John, how you doing, sir?
Welcome.
Thank you for the introduction.
Yes,
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Welcome. And John, I think it's important. We don't want to definitely have you share your age, but definitely talk about. Oh, you don't mind? So would you tell us what your age is? Because that's important.
I feel obligated to share my age with people nowadays because I think longevity is why I'm in the business. So I'm going to be 56 years old in about 3 days. So
wow.
Yeah. So 56.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And I think when you think about, as we continue to age with grace, right? I would say you definitely age with grace. I think movement is very important. So John, can you tell us a little bit about why you feel movement is important, especially as we think about people of color as they get a little bit older, sometimes they become sedentary. There's a lot of new jobs where you work from home and limited movement. So why is movement important?
Well, as we get older, our joints become more stiff. Like you said earlier, a sedentary lifestyle causes that joint stiffness. So being mobile, being flexible, not only helps you with lifting and training, but just general everyday life, just walking around, getting in and out of a car can be almost difficult for a lot of people. Something basic to stepping up on a curb, stepping down off of a curb, and little things like that we take for granted. So definitely functionality, mobility is key in just everyday life.
And I think, we also take for granted some of the things that Sam is kind of tough on me on. It's like even just the strength of your hands, right?
Oh, yes.
Right.
Strength, yeah.
So you have to make sure that you continue to, like what they say, if you don't use it, you might lose it, right? So you want to make sure you continue to have movement and you're active. And that doesn't mean you have to run, 90 miles an hour to marathon. Movement is what it is. It's just movement at your pace.
Exactly.
And so one of the things that we've talked about over time is just the importance of building your strength and endurance, and that's more probability of you keeping the weight off once you lose it. So Sam's going to introduce one of his clients, one of his success stories, Liz, who's going to talk to us a little bit about strength and why that's important to do strength training.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on into the family. Come on into the squad. Woo!
Come on, Liz. Yes, sir.
All right, Sam, you want to tell the story?
Yes. Liz is, to me, is one of my biggest inspiration. She is somebody that has all the reason not to do it, not to show up and do this and put her body through this, but she does. She shows up every single day, ready to work out. She pushes herself past whatever physical level it is. Like, she would tell you more about her story and everything else. But Liz, for me, is an inspiration for me and anybody that's sitting there wondering, can I do it? Should I do it? Am I able to do it? She answered that every single day when she shows up. Thank you, Liz.
Hi, Liz, and welcome to Detroit Girl Transform. This is your first time on the episode. Thank you for coming on.
Absolutely. So a little bit about myself. At the age of 11, I was diagnosed with a condition called pulmonary arterial hypertension. It affects your lungs, but also has an ultimate effect in your heart. So throughout my whole life, it was very hard to kind of find some type of workout that worked for me. And when I met Sam, I was able to kind of hone in on weight training. And that kind of helped me to find my niche in my workout journey. A lot of times I can't do much cardio because my heart rate will increase rapidly. So I try to just strength train with Sam, and I kind of found my niche, and he's helped me along the journey and build up my stamina, and I'm getting stronger and stronger by the day. So one thing about weight training that I realized, because I'm working in corporate America and I sit a lot during the day, one thing Sam taught me is a lot of times when you strength train, your body is still burning calories even after you are working out. So I think with doing that, I'm able to, even while I'm just casually walking in a meeting, I know the workout I did yesterday is still being burned throughout the day. And it's kind of helping me as I'm continuing, with my journey.
Wow. What an amazing story of resilience. And for those of you that don't know, Resilient Radio Stream is where this podcast is aired every Tuesday at 9:00 Eastern Standard Time. And I think that that's a fitting place and home for me because I meet so many people like Liz who have such an inspirational story where they had all the reasons, right, to not show up, but they're showing up for themselves and definitely making sure that they invest in their personal wellness for longevity and commitment to their future self. So thank you, Liz, for sharing your story. So real quick, before I come work out with you, you always fuss at me if I don't eat. So what should I eat?
Yes. Good question. I think a lot of people, depending on the time, a lot of clients can do fasted cardio, which means you can work out without having anything in your system. A lot of clients would do that early in the morning. I would recommend if you're going to come out and do just cardio, yes, you can do that. The benefits with eating and not eating in the morning is very minuscule, depending what you're going to be doing, what kind of workouts you're going to be doing. Think of food as fuel for your body. If you're going to be going long distance and pushing a lot of weight, you got to make sure you have enough food in your system. If you all are gonna be doing is going down the street, maybe something that's comfortable for you, you don't need to have as much fuel. So that's how I look at it when you look at that food. One thing I would say you do, if it's in the morning time, find something light, like some banana, something in your system. If you had a nice meal the day before, it is still in your system the morning when you wake up. A nice banana should be good. You can get you a pre-workout in the morning, which is really a good one. There's a good ones out there. But for me, I would say a banana and maybe some coconut water. That's a good little pre-workout for me, just to go natural. And post-workout, I usually would take a protein shake. I have a few I can recommend, but find one that you will be able to do for a longer period of time, different tastes. And make sure you're looking at one that is very low in sugar, because there's a lot of imitation out here, and a lot of the protein is not regulated. Anybody can come up with a protein shake and put it out there and say, drink this to get this. It is not tested, it's not regulated. You just look in the back and make sure you have one that is very simple and has very low sugar and very low in carbs, and it's just still isoprotein. Yeah. And a big part of that too, you can take a lot of things I really stress, and I really want to stress it to a lot of people watching this, creatine. Creatine is not a bad word. It is not steroids. It's nothing like that. It is something that you can take during the workout or pre-workouts. Take it whenever. It's to help with recovery, to help maintain the muscle that you've already worked and build. It hydrates your cell. There's a lot of benefits you can look into for brain health, for women and men. So creatine is something I recommend you do, and also making sure you're taking your vitamins. Do not forget your vitamins. You can do one, like a multivitamin for man or a woman. Take that in the morning time, and that's good. But like as far as post and pre-workout, depending on the time you're working. If I'm doing a late night workout, like a late evening workout, I make sure I have a good lunch. Something that's high in carbs and protein that can fuel me through the workout. And if I'm doing something early in the morning, I can keep it real basic. I grab me a banana, some coconut water, and I should be good to go. Post-workout, load up on protein. Load up on protein. And then also there's other things you can do like glutamine, but I can get more into that. But making sure you get a good protein shake or meal after workout, and making sure you eat something slightly light if you're evening, but like in the morning time, it's got a banana.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So I think we heard it. Most importantly, you can fast before cardio, but not before lifting. No. You need to have something in your system to build the momentum. Otherwise, you won't have the energy level that you need to have a good lift experience. And I know that from experience. So I definitely eat if I'm coming to work out with Sam or if I'm going boxing. So, John, I wanted to talk a little bit about, I think we talked a little bit about the sedentary lifestyle. So someone what I call like couch to workout, right? So they're getting off the couch and going to a workout. What are some, 3 like micro small goals that they could do to prepare to get started with working out if they haven't worked out in years, months, and they're getting literally from the couch to the gym?
Well, I recommend just basic body weight exercises, your compound movements like a body weight squat. Mm-hmm. If you're at home, you can use like your doorway. Mm-hmm. Let's say you're facing dead onto your doorway. Just grab your doorway, just squat down and use your doorway for support, but not help, basically.
Okay.
So you want some assistance, but not a lot of assistance. Mm-hmm. But go down and you range of motion as far as you can go with your squat. Try maybe 8 to 10 reps, take a break, 3 sets, then go your lower body. That's like basic starting. Upper body, push-ups. If you can't do it on the floor, up against a wall at a steep angle. Yep. And I'm talking about people in their 50s, 60s, just getting off the couch, Of course, if you're a little bit younger, you try it on the floor. Yeah, I mean, you got to start baby steps, basically. Go to your knees, see what you can do, go as deep as you can, do hand release push-ups, go all the way down, release your hands, push it back up. And like 8, 10 reps, if possible, take a break, 3 sets, that's your upper body. Just basic compound movements.
And what about cardio? Would you just recommend like a 30-minute walk?
30-minute walk, high pace. I typically use I'll pick a light pole or street sign, fast pace to the light pole, take a walk to another light pole. Fast pace walk, light pole, walk. Okay. So every other light pole, take a break. 30 minutes, 45 minutes, basic start. Yeah.
That is awesome. Well, I hope you all are taking in all of these tips, and I'm really enjoying this conversation. However, we got to pay the bills, so we're going to spend some time on a commercial break, and you're going to hear from our transformative sponsors that have invested in the journey of transformation with Detroit Girl Podcast, Detroit Girl Transform Podcast. If you would like to be an advertiser or sponsor with DGT, make sure you email me at dgt313podcast@gmail.com. DGT313podcast@gmail.com. And now off to the commercial break. Welcome back to our episode of Detroit Girl Transformed. I'm your host, Tony Carter, and your favorite Detroit girly. Really excited about what we're doing today. I think it's so important to move your body, have active movement. So Sam is going to do a couple of demonstrations. So now we're up to the fun part, right? When we get into the grit of it all. And Sam's going to do a couple of demos with his trainer and some of his clients on how to be more active and how to do some weightlifting as well as some cardio in the gym. So Sam, over to you to do a couple of demonstrations for us.
Thank you, Miss Tony. Thank you. I want to say one of the most simple base waterman equipment in the gym is the leg press machine. If you've never worked out before, this is your first time working out, you can do the leg press machine. It is one of those plug and go movements where you just have to go in and be mindful. You got to make sure when you go in, you set the chair so it's in a good height for you, far enough away that you get as much depth as possible. Your back is going to be secure. And when you do the movements, when you want to go in, depending on your position, can determine what part of your leg you're working. If you want to work your quads, the front part of your leg, you can bring your foot down a little bit. Down here, if you want to work more on your hamstrings, back here, bring it up a little higher, or go wider if you want to work a combination of both, wider and down. So we're going to have Liz do is probably go a little in the middle, and then go slightly wider. And then you want to set the weight to a comfortable weight to start with. So I would say find an easy weight, which you can do maybe 15 or 20 reps with. That's your base weight. As you get more comfortable, you can add the weight to it. Like I said, this is one of them plug and go type of stuff. If you never worked out before, you can literally come in here and do this. That's what I want to do. So you can step in. What she's going to do maybe like 5 to 10 reps of this. And when she's doing this, I need her to go down as slow as possible. So in your head, have a 3 to 5 second count in your head when you're coming down on the eccentric. So on the descent, slow it down. So she's going to push up slowly. Good, comfortable weight. She's going to come down slowly and she's going to stop at the bottom for maybe 2 or 3 seconds. So we're not rushing this movement. Hold, 1, 2, 3, and then push. She's going to do, if you're comfortable with the weight, I would say anywhere from like 12 to 15. Legs are the 3 big, your quad, hamstring, and glutes are the 3 biggest muscles in your body. It's going to require a lot of movement, a lot of compound movement, a lot of heavy weight. So if you're able to, go heavy and do a lot of reps in this one. This is the one you used to show out on. This is your wheels. Do leg days, guys. Do leg days. Don't skip leg days. 2 times a week if you can. But legs are more important. Like you see what she's doing right now, slow eccentric. She's going to hold in the bottom for me about 1 or 2 seconds, and then she's going to push. The concentric is good. Go down again. I'm going to go down slow. 1, 2, 3, we're going to hold in the bottom, and we're going to push. Give me one more, Liz, and then you can rest. Give me one more. Going down slow, slow, slow. Give me a pop, stop right here, and then go back down again. Add a little extra to it, and let's come back in the middle again. We're going to stop halfway, and then push. Again, there's a lot of variation. You'll rest it. There's a lot of variations you can do to this one. Like I did at the last one, I have a stop midway, go back down, and then stop again and go extra. So you can add as much different variation to it. You can go down as slow as possible to keep the weight, keep the muscle in the tension for longer. The longer you keep the muscle in the tension, the more you're working it, the better it is for muscle growth. And muscle growth is important, especially if you want to keep the weight up for a longer period of time. Thank you. All right. All right, ready?
Yep.
Next thing we're going to do, come on in.
Yep. Now we're doing cardio.
Next thing we're doing is one of my favorite aerobic equipment is the air bike.
It's my least favorite.
The air bike. Come on in. Come on in, man. Let me see if you can come in. Come on in, right close to me. Can I close it all the way?
So where should the seat be elevated to?
So about hip. What I usually do when you're riding a bike, you want to be hip length. So just about here, it should be good. So at the top of your hip, going down. So if you're standing right now, she is slightly down. I'm going to take it down maybe 1 notch, and she should be good to go. And most air bike, step on in, man. Most air bike, this is one of the most, if I was going to do a movement, it's one of the most complete cardio equipment that you can do in the gym. There's a lot. There's a lot you can do. This one gives you a lot. I use it as a warm-up tool, but I can also use it as midway if I'm doing a HIIT workout. And you work your upper body and your lower body. There's settings in here for like how much you can push yourself. So I would suggest if you want to get a good workout in midway, like a good cardiovascular workout midway through the movement, I would do the air bike. I can start with it for warm up, but usually I add it in between. So she's going to do a good output. She's going to go as hard as she can for about 10 seconds and she's going to rest. You ready? We're going to start. You're going to go as much as you can, using both your upper body and your lower body for as hard as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Go harder. 3, 2, 1, and rest. She's going to rest. I'm going to hold her for about 20 to 30 seconds, depending. I would say no more than 20. 20-second rest, and then she's going to go back and do the same thing again. I usually, like I said, I would add it in between a workout if I want to do like a HIIT workout. And especially if somebody has issues with their knee and jumping, so they can come in and do high impact movements. This is good. They still get the heart rate up, and we're going to do it again. We'll do one more set of these. She's going to go as hard as she can for about 10 seconds, and she's going to rest. All right, ready? Let's do it again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another thing she can do as well, if you want to change it up a little bit. So in the pedals over, she can put her foot over here on this pedal, and then she can push a little harder and work her upper body. So if I do, say I do a lower body workout today, and I want to close out with some cardio, instead of me going and doing Stairmaster and killing my legs some more, killing my gains, I will have her come in and do something like this, which is going to be mostly upper body. She can still get cardio in and not kill the gains she just had by going back and doing Stairmaster, because she can overtrain. She can do that. But we're going to do that one more time, and that'll be it. Are you ready?
And ready? This is just the arm.
Yeah, that's the arm. Ready? That's the arm. 5 seconds. I ain't going to kill you. 5 seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go as hard as you can. Just the arm right here. She's resting the leg, and she's just walking the arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job.
Good job.
Thank you.
And I think one of my favorite things about it is that you get a free fan to work out, right? So it's like, wear them fans.
So you're going to find herself something.
Listen, I got to find the joy in it. And I find joy in, this is my favorite exercise, but I find joy in getting a little fan, a little air.
You'll find yourself when you're doing it. But again, every machine can be used in multiple different ways. So one of my, like I said, good cardio one. I want to do a little bit of an upper body workout. One of my favorite upper body workout for everybody, especially men. Men, they want to build a good upper body, like upper chest, because you already have lower chest already. Most of us come with some lower chest, but a lot of us don't have enough upper chest. So one of my favorite, if you were to ask me if I can do one chest workout, and that's it would be incline press. And different variation of incline press, because that will give me the upper body definition that I need to have that roundness. Because again, we already have a lot of us going to come genetically blessed with some lower body, some lower chest. But to build up the upper one, it's some incline press. So John is going to demo some incline press. And it's going to do a nice different weight. It's going to do a light, slow, eccentric movement, like slower motion. He's going to pause in the bottom, and we're going to go up. I'm going to walk you over to John. How you doing, sir?
And John, how much weight is that?
Oh, that's big man weight.
40 pounds.
Whoa. All right.
That's big man weight.
Go heavy or go home, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, one important thing, if you're lifting heavy, you got to make sure that you do it safely. So I recommend getting the weights on your thighs first, finding a seat, take that seat, and like Sam said earlier, this is an incline press. So we're going to lean back and kick that knee up, kick this knee up, and now you're set. So your elbows are going to be out about 45 degrees from the body, proud chest. I'm at my armpits at the bottom. I'm going to squeeze it together to the top. Slow going down for the eccentric, pause, maybe 1 or 2 seconds up. So each rep should probably take about 3 to 5 seconds to complete.
All the way through,
Timer and attention, slow and controlled, 10 to 12 reps is a perfect set. You want that stretch at the bottom, right here, and that contraction to the top.
Yes, sir. Another thing I would add too, let me step into it real quick. Another thing I would add, like John is a specimen. So he's already in that space. His reps is there to get to the space that he's in, to be able to build the kind of muscle that he has. You want to make sure you push your body a little harder. Like 10, if you want to do 10, and that's your max, stop at 10. If you got maybe 3 more left in the tank, get that extra 3 more in the tank. You want to push your body to that exertion level so you can get maximum amount of growth. You want to look like this man, you got to lift like this man. You got to go hard. Like he's not coming in and doing 10-pound weights, only doing 3 sets. He's doing about 10 to 12 or 12 to 15 and pushing his body through it. And then slow as you're coming down right here, you're going to hold. The eccentric is important. That's how you build the muscle. The longer you keep the muscle in tension, the better it is. And the hold just as much, so you're not bouncing the weight off your chest. This is not a race. Slow it down. You got to feel the muscle as you're doing it. And that's where mind-muscle connection comes in. As he's doing it right now, around this time, he's going to start feeling all parts of it. His tricep is engaged. His upper chest is engaged. All of it is engaged. So that's what you want. And like I said, he's going, he's pushing. So see, that's what you need. Even as big as he is, when he gets to the point and you got 1 or 2 left, that's when you know you stop. This is when you stop. You don't stop at the level number. You stop here. Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, John, you made that look easy, by the way. So I think I won't be complaining about my 20, 30 pounds.
No, we're gonna lift.
Yeah, we're going to lift. So
yes, that's the one thing we're doing, more active lifestyle. We lift. Thank you, man.
All right. So post-gym workout. So after the workout, what should we eat? I think you talked about protein.
A little bit, yes. A little bit about, like, there's different sets of protein. Like, people have a question, what kind of protein should you get? Any iso protein, any isolated protein is good. Your body, within maybe about 30 to 45 minutes of workout, try to grab something to fill the body back up again. The most expensive thing to keep on your body, like this man will tell you, is muscle. You got to feed it. You got to consistently feed your muscle. And if you have enough muscle, it lets, basically the trick in this game, the one thing I think a lot of people ask me, like, how do I maintain my weight loss? Build muscle. Yeah. Build muscle. Think of muscle as money in the bank. Money in the bank that you can always pull from. It's going to, like, you have an inheritance that you've built up over the years that you can always pull from. So you have, maybe you lost your job for 6 months. You got money saved that you can live off of. That's what muscle is. So if you're having a bad 6 months, you go through something, which we all do. If you build enough muscle, you're not going to fall off the wagon. You can come right back into it again. It may take you a little longer, but you've built up some type of like foundation, some nest egg. That's what muscle is. That's the most simplest way I can probably explain it to you. So build it as much as possible. So to build it, you got to eat. Feed your muscle with protein. High protein meals. When I say, a lot of times we get that confused with a lot of different things that's out here. If you can eat your calories instead of drinking your calories. So high protein based on whatever diet that you're in. I don't believe in diets. I believe in lifestyle changes. And you have to stick to whatever you're doing to see the results. Stay consistent with it. I don't like recommending diets to clients because everybody have their own individual background and medical history that they're dealing with. So for me to come to you and